Hello, welcome to Invictus Motors. We've got this racing yellow Porsche 981 Cayman. This is on a 2015 registration. We haven't got the number plate at the moment because it was on a private plate. This is an incredibly rare car for a couple of reasons, which is what I will kind of talk you through the video. But before I jump into the rest of the introduction, I just would like to cover the rest of the history of this 981 Cayman. I just would like to cover a bit of the context of the Porsche Caymans. The Porsche Cayman was first sort of launched, introduced 2004, 2005 with the 987 Caymans. And they were, you could have it either with a 2.7 litre engine or a 3.4 litre engine. Then subsequently, the generation after the 987.1 was the 987.2, and that you can spec obviously either with a 2.9 litre engine or a 3.4 litre engine because they became direct fuel injection. And this is after the 987.2 where these can be specced with either a 2.7 litre engine or a 3.4 litre engine. What makes this example right here in front of us incredibly rare is, I think, from a styling point of view, this really takes the Porsche Cayman to the sweet spot, which I think is hard to beat from an experience going a generation after, which they've become either 2 or 2.5 litre turbocharged, or a generation before that, because both aesthetically, both the fact these are naturally aspirated, the way they look and they handle, this is the absolute sweet spot of Porsche Cayman ownership. This being in this incredibly rare speed yellow, it speaks for itself because it's a PTS color that would have cost circa £10,000 as a big additional option. You've also got the 20-inch 911 Carrera S alloys, and just the silhouette of it being monocoque chassis with a mid-engine and this styling at the back, I think it looks absolutely incredible. It's really difficult to kind of find another view amongst Porsches, whether that be actually a 911, a Cayman or a Boxster, that comes comparatively close to really the experience, both from the way they drive and the way they look in comparison to a 981. This also got the twin sports tailpipes, and I love the 3D sort of molded rear brake lights. I think they look absolutely stunning. On the inside, just to kind of give you a quick overview, you've got the leather Alcantara interior, you've got the front heated seats, this Alcantara steering wheel is like brand new, the 6-speed manual transmission, you've got the racing yellow seat belts as well, which look fantastic. This is the two-way electrically adjustable sport seats, and just the whole sort of look and feel of it, it's in fantastic condition. And obviously I love the fact that quite a lot of the exterior is also brought into the interior of the vehicle, such as the accent where you've got the cup holders and the seat belts. What really takes it up another notch for me is the storage that you get in a Cayman as well. Not only do you have, like on the 911s, and there's an example of a 911 behind us, the storage at the front, you also get storage in the back as well. So, and I'll take you through the storage at the front. You can get loads of bags and luggage here in this space. I think it's really handy, and what makes it really cute is all these compartment spaces there as well that you can hide stuff in and put stuff away. And this rear spoiler also folds in really neatly, and at the front you've got this really big boot space with capacity for 2 medium-sized suitcases and some extra luggage here on the side, and obviously other stuff thrown in at the top. The next thing we need to do is to actually take it out for a spin and find out what it's like to drive. What I absolutely love about getting in any of these Porsches is just that first feel that you get behind the steering wheel, and this being the sport steering wheel wrapped in Alcantara, you get a lot of grip. Fantastic to feel that. And Let's push that clutch pedal down, start it up. It's got a beautiful grunt to it in terms of a cold start. And even though I'm just driving on this private road to the main road, what I absolutely love about the 987.2s, whether it be the 2.7 litre or the 3.4 litre, is the gear ratios and also the gearbox. I think it's probably one of the most precise gearboxes out there in sports cars, and the Cayman really nails it. These are just fantastic. We've talked about the gear ratios, the reliability, and the fact the way these gears engage, and ultimately you've got this paired with this fantastic 2.7 litre naturally aspirated engine, the Boxer engine, producing 271 brake horsepower and 290 newton meters of torque. That 270-100 bhp is an increase of circa 26 brake horsepower from its predecessor, the 987.2, and also roughly 15 newton meters of torque again from the 987.2. But once you put this in sports mode, I've got the national speed limit. I'll drop this to second and I'll open it up a bit. This Cayman drives like brand new. Again, dropped it to second gear, doing 35 miles an hour. You know, revving it all the way to 6,500 RPM. It's an absolute joy to listen to that naturally aspirated engine, and this is completely standard, this exhaust system from factory. The other beautiful attribute of this engine is that this has got the power kit with an additional 10 brake horsepower. So I'll drop this from third back to second. And that was second gear, doing about 65 miles per hour and just slightly shy of 7,000 RPM. What a drive, what a sound, and overall, in summary, the way everything operates and works. It's an addictive car to look at, both aesthetically. It's an addictive car to drive, to handle, and it's so well planted. It's an incredibly assuring drive. Even just being in that passenger seat. I'll drop the window down a little bit for the exhaust note. It's just an incredible roar. A very, very satisfying roar. And it's a video that I can continue doing for another 20 to 30 minutes. But ultimately, I feel like I've talked about everything that I need to talk about. Just that first initial experience of getting into it, poodling around, brilliant, fantastic. It's an incredibly engaging car as well. Rather than a PDK, it's a proper stick gearbox, and really, you know, you've got that bend coming up. There's nothing more engaging than shifting it down using that manual stick transmission. And there's just zero substitute to that. We've discussed the transmission, beautiful, flawless transmission, the way the engine sounds and, you know, what it produces, and the gear ratios and everything complements, from the monocoque chassis to the gearbox to the engine, the overall aesthetics of it. This is definitely a work of art, and the specification on this, especially in that racing yellow, it is nothing but an absolute beauty to look at. Now, in terms of paperwork on this Porsche, this was first registered in March 2015, so it's a very late Porsche 981 Cayman. The current owner, he's had it since November 2021, and he, prior to him, it's got 4 former keepers. I've got a bit of a summary here of both of the specification and also the service history. So kind of just to run you through this. First service done at 117 miles here at Porsche Centre Sheffield. The second one done in 2018 at 1,940 miles at Porsche Centre Sheffield again. The third one in 2019 at 4,230 miles. Fourth one at Porsche Northway at 17,114 miles. And then subsequently goes to 30,000 miles at a Porsche Specialist in 2022, then in 2024 at 39,000 miles, and then at 45,000 miles it's got a service in April 2025. And that basically has got all the service history, and I've already sort of covered very briefly and quickly the owner's history. This is also a fully HPI cleared vehicle. You will also have the full printed spec list. You've got quite a few of the MOT certificate all here, so all the MOT histories there, and there's invoices of some of the works that the current owner that's owned it now for circa 4 years. So those invoices are here, where showing he's doing major services, including spark plugs. And again, another invoice from Northway, another one from Northway, and a 2019 invoice from Brookspeed, another invoice from Brookspeed, and a few invoices here from Porsche Centre Sheffield. That's the first one, that's the second one. So really, you've got a very comprehensive set of paperwork here with this Porsche Cayman. And if it's something you are obviously looking to buy, please don't hesitate to contact us with any questions you may have, and we would love to see you here at the dealership. Thank you very much for watching the video. Please don't forget to contact us, whether it's in regards to this or something else, or especially if you've got something that you want to trade in. Thank you for watching again, and see you next time. Bye bye.